If you've been looking for a website for your business, you probably noticed that the prices are all over the place. When you're shopping for a car, you generally have a good idea of what it should cost. But websites are different. Prices can range from free up to many thousands of dollars. And many web designers don't have set prices at all. The price depends on what you want the site to include, or more accurately, how much the designer needs for that boat down payment. I recently met with a local business owner who proudly showed me her new website. It was decent, but nothing special. I could have built it in a week and would have charged about $3,000. She paid $14,000 for it. When I meet with a prospective client, I always ask them about their budget for the project. I do this for one reason: to see if they have any realistic idea of what a professional website will cost. I've met with people who wanted a large, complex site, then told me they had a budget of $200 and thought that was reasonable. Because a good website costs some money, people sometimes decide to build a site themselves using a service like Wix, Weebly, or GoDaddy Site Builder. It's possible to build a decent-looking site this way, but most of the ones I see are a nightmare, and I guarantee they don't make any money for those businesses. In this video, I'll explain why using a free website can be a costly mistake. I'll also give you some tips to keep designers from taking advantage of you. Like many other aspects of the internet, people often have mistaken ideas about how much a website should cost. Here are a few of these. Any teenager can do it. People over 40 often believe that any teenager can do this stuff, so why should I pay someone for it? Teenagers know how to use the internet, but using something is different from building it. I know how to use a car, but I couldn't build one. Besides, a website is a critical part of your business's marketing strategy. Do you really want to trust that to a teenager? And even if the teenager is a computer wizard, they don't know anything about marketing. Facebook is free, and that's all I need. Another thing I hear a lot is, I have a Facebook page for my business, so I don't need a website. Facebook can be an important part of an online strategy, especially for targeted advertising, but a Facebook page is far from an ideal marketing platform for your business. You can post things, but everything else is controlled by Facebook, not you. Facebook is mainly interested in their own bottom line, not yours. First of all, I want to be clear that a free website is just fine for some people. If you just need something simple for your bridge club or personal blog, a free site is fine for that. Site builders that are billed monthly, like Squarespace or Shopify, can be a good choice for a startup business with little or no money. When it comes to a business site, though, the weaknesses with free and low-cost sites become more serious. The purpose of a business website is to make money, period. If it doesn't do that, it's a failure, no matter how great it looks. And that's why a free or cheap website is so expensive in the long run. If your website isn't making money for you, it's just wasting your time. Why bother having it? Let's look at some of the specifics. Your time isn't free. As a small business owner, do you have too much time on your hands? I didn't think so. Your time is valuable. Every hour you spend on something you don't know anything about is an hour you could have spent on building your business. How long do you think it will take you to build a website yourself? Some companies will tell you that you can be up and running in minutes. Sure, you might have something that kind of looks like a website, but it won't do anything for your business. Most business owners have no idea about what kind of content they need or how to pull it all together. That's okay. Your job is running your business, not knowing about this stuff. Once you have the content ready, you then have to figure out the page builder software. Trust me, it's never as simple as they claim. You don't have the design knowledge. Another problem is the design. Some builders, like Squarespace, have pretty good-looking templates to start from. Other systems look more like a bad PowerPoint presentation. Lots of flashy gimmicks, but very little substance. Contrary to popular belief, graphic design is actually a skill, and not everyone has it. Here's what I mean. A client insisted that her website be pink and purple because those were her favorite colors, even though they were a bad fit for the business. Another client, who I turned down, wanted his site to have dark gray text on a black background. When I told him nobody would be able to read that, he looked at me like I was crazy. Another client insisted that her $10,000 worth of magazine ads had to be dark green because that was the color theme of her wedding. 2 weeks later, the wedding was off and I had to scramble to change the colors because she didn't want to be reminded of the wedding plans. These examples might seem silly, but there's an important point here. The purpose of design isn't for your website to look pretty. It's to help make the sale. Good design is a critical part of marketing, which is why you should hire a designer who understands marketing. Most don't. You don't have the marketing knowledge. Many people think marketing is sales. That's part of it, but only part. Marketing has several goals. Generate high-quality leads, increase the monetary value of each customer, and increase brand awareness. All of these things share a single goal: to make more money. They also take time and specialized knowledge, which is why you shouldn't try to do them yourself. If you break your leg, you probably don't try to fix it yourself to save money. You might think that old-school marketing methods still work. When was the last time you used the Yellow Pages? Even my 84-year-old dad uses Google now. Do you subscribe to a print newspaper? Nobody else does either. Many business owners fall victim to online marketing fads. Usually, some friend tells them that this or that social media network is their best option, so they put their money into it without doing the research needed. I had a client who heard that Instagram was the hot new thing, so she put all of her marketing budget into it. Unfortunately, her target market is older people who are not very computer savvy, the people least likely to use Instagram. Here's the bottom line. Let's say your average customer is worth $500. That free site you built might get you 2 extra customers. That's an additional $1,000. But a well-made marketing-focused site could easily bring in an extra 20 customers. That's $10,000. That free site just cost you $9,000. If you paid $1,500 for the site, which is the better deal? I mentioned earlier that if your business website isn't making money for you, it's just wasting your time. Actually, it's worse than that. If your website isn't making money, then you're losing money, the money a good site could have been making. And that's why a free website is so expensive. It's not how much the website costs that matters. What counts is how much it will make for you. Your website is a 24-hour sales rep. It should perform like one. If you want your website to make money for you, it needs to be built by someone who knows how to do that. It can be cheaper than you think. The main issue is what the site really needs to include versus what you might want or what a designer thinks you should have. Most people spend too much on a website because they don't know what they need and get talked into things by a developer who wants to charge as much as possible. Here's what most people think they need in a business website. Multiple pages, including separate pages for contact, about us, etc. Lots of copy about how they got started, a company mission statement, their personal philosophy, interests, and hobbies. Extensive integration with social media platforms. And the latest flashy gadgets and a lot of eye candy. For most businesses, these things are worthless. They won't help you make a single sale. The things that make a business website effective are fairly simple. Strong conversion-focused headlines, descriptive copy that gets to the point, effective graphics and video, and a persuasive call to action to close the deal. And the most important thing of all, emphasis on the problem and solution. The concept here is simple. People have problems. Your job as a business owner is to solve those problems. Everything you do should be geared toward that goal. I have another video about this critical topic. See that for more information. A website that includes these things, the marketing fundamentals, can cost a lot less than one full of useless junk. Most developers don't want to build sites like that, but that's all we do. For more information or to get started, go to websiteinOneweek.com.